Hello, thank you. My name is Jennifer Jones, and I'm a part of the YPN committee of the Southern Maryland Association of Realtors. Today we have Karen Towne with Home Towne Real Estate. Thank you for joining us, Karen.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Give us a brief overview of your business volume and your transaction value.
Well, over the last 25 years, I've sold over 1,000 homes, but just in the last year, I had 24 of my listings that have sold and did over $10 million in volume over the last year, which was 2012. Most of my listings are in the Southern Maryland area. However, I do not specifically market just to Southern Maryland. I've held the Southern Maryland Hall of Fame, of course, in previous career, RE/MAX Hall of Fame, and have always been a top producer. So I've been very fortunate in my career in real estate.
Very nice. How is your business structured? Meaning who, what, when, where, and why?
Well, the one thing is I've always been a workaholic. You know, my family's always said, you know, that Karen, you cut Karen's veins and she bleeds real estate. So one thing I do is work a lot. And but over the years I have learned how to delegate, which has been very important in my career. I now concentrate primarily on listings. I have two buyer's agents that do all the follow-up on my buyer leads that we get through the internet, through email, etc. So they can give my buyer leads very good concentration on just getting them an appointment to show the property. So and that helps my listing and in my sales. I also have a marketing assistant, and she is primarily responsible to making sure that there's flyers in the box and my sellers have all the information that they need. She does the visual tours and things of that nature. She's very computer literate, so in this day and age, which you have to be, that helps me out considerably.
Very much so.
Very much.
What is the single most task you do every day in regards to your business?
Well, giving my customers, the clients that I have, the very best customer service, I would say would be the primary thing that you should do as a real estate agent. And that, to me, is the most important thing, is customer service. That is how you're going to grow your business. So following up and making sure that they have the information that they need and that they're taken care of. Go above and beyond when it comes to customer service, and it will come back to you 10 times. It will make or break your career. So I would say the most important thing is just the follow-up, staying in touch with my clients and making sure that they have good service. And the one thing I wanted to mention is so different in today's world, because it used to be just making sure that you answered your cell phone and checked your voicemail every now and then, and that was good enough to keep in touch with people. Nowadays, there's such a huge sphere of media. You know, they text you, they email you. There's a lot more to following up with clients than there used to be. So nowadays, it's very important to monitor all those different sources on a regular basis throughout the day. So it actually takes, even though they say the electronic world is making the world easier, I think actually it's a little bit harder now to stay in touch and to follow up with all those different forms of media that are coming in to you.
Just to make sure that your clients know that you're there.
Yes, most definitely.
What is the biggest lesson that you've learned over the course of your career?
Well, first of all, is to treat real estate as a business. It is a business. It's not something that you do on a part-time, I just feel like selling real estate for a little while. It is a business, so you have to treat it as a business. And also have a plan for success. You can't reach your destination without a roadmap. And you have to have a marketing plan at least a year in advance. This idea of I'll just throw a couple cards out here or maybe send this month some things over there, it doesn't give you a plan on how you're going to reach your goal. So in order to reach your goal, you've got to have sit down, make a good marketing plan, and stick to it. Because there's so many things you need to plan. For example, you always want to have something mailed to your sphere of influence at least once a year. And sphere of influence includes all your past clients. And that leads into having a good database. I have had top producers since I started in the business, so every client that I've ever sold a house to is in my database. Every person that I know is in my database, and that allows you to stay in touch with those people, because that sphere of influence is what's going to make your career a lot easier as your years go by and you have more and more of a sphere of influence. So keep a good database, make sure that you send out something to them, at least mail them something annually. I suggest something like a magnetic calendar or something that will stay in front of them all year long. And also, nowadays with technology, email newsletters are so easy to do. You can send those out on a monthly basis. The beginning of the month, just put it on your marketing calendar. Once a month, send out an email newsletter to your entire sphere of influence. That keeps you in front of these people, and always remind them that you love referrals.
Okay. Wonderful. What is the single one piece of advice that you would give a real estate agent trying to grow their business?
Well, I would say the number one thing is knowledge. Knowledge is key. You need to get out there and create a good sphere of influence also. When I moved to the Southern Maryland area from Dallas, Texas, I was way behind the 8 ball from the start, because I didn't know anybody in this area. I had no family, friends, or relatives. I was also a single mom of 2 preteen children, so it was a little hectic and was crazy. My background was in accounting, not in sales, so I worked 4 part-time jobs to support my family while I was launching my new real estate career. And it took a good day planner and lots of help from my kids to make it happen. We didn't have a lot of money, so we did marketing on a shoestring. We printed flyers, we hand-delivered them to the neighborhood because I couldn't pay for postage. I was very active in the kids' activities, through the school, through sporting activities. I always passed out my business card wherever I went. I did everything I could to promote myself as a real estate agent. Almost everything I made in the early years, quite honestly, was spent in attending seminars, training classes, conventions, anything I could do to get more knowledge of how to be successful in the real estate business. Because I had a goal, and my goal was to be successful in the real estate business. And I think you have to stay very positive, and you have to stay on track to what your actual goal is. It's very easy in this day and age to get negative. You hear a lot of negative news. You have a lot of people who are saying, oh, it's so difficult, you'll never be successful. Don't listen to them. You can do anything that you want if you set your mind to it. And so the real estate licensing class doesn't prepare you for selling real estate. It prepares you to take your test and pass and get your real estate license. But you need to invest in yourself. Go to classes, get your GRI, your CRS, your ABR. These are advanced designations that show that you are a professional and that you really care about your career. And clients will trust you. They will acknowledge the fact that you're more knowledgeable, and they want an agent that can really help them. The more education you have, the better you can serve your clients, and that will translate into a successful career in real estate.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.